Sawadee everyone, good morning. Greeting from Luang Prabang. We are officially in 2025, can't believe it. You know, the year has gone by so quick, so fast. I didn't feel like I have done much in 2024. You know, I feel like just a blink of an eye and there we go, a year has gone by. It kind of reminds me of a phrase that sometimes we think that we have time, but actually we don't. It just gone so quick. Maybe it's the sign of us getting old. I don't know. Anyway, I hope everyone is doing well. Well, in today's video, I'm going to give you an update on what has changed in the year of 2025 in Laos regarding visas. So according to the Laotian Times report 3 days ago, Laos has officially ended the visa exemption and extended stay policy that were effective from last year. I think I've done that video before. So this new visa regulation was proposed by the Lao government as part of the campaign Visit Laos 2024, you know, trying to bring in more tourists that were affected from July 1st until the end of December 2024. That include free visas for travelers from China, Taiwan, Macau, and Hong Kong, especially for tour groups, but they had to book it through specified agencies, as well as, you know, a longer stay for those coming from Australia, New Zealand, the US, and other 8 European nations. And it worked. Those who have been to Luang Prabang before the new year, through the new year, they probably have seen it. It's really, really busy. As a local person, I've never seen ever before in my life, you know, living here for more than 20 years, that Luang Prabang has gotten that busy. But it was super busy, lots of minivans in town, and it caused, you know, traffic chaos, and you know, the price has gone up a lot, you know, hotel, food and all that. You know, as a local person, it's good to have that many tourists in town as it brings money. However, it changed the whole structure of tourism, and when it's too much, it's not good either. So I'm glad that they cancel it, and I'll see what else the government will propose next. So yeah, they tried it and it worked, yeah, and they canceled it. So now, from the January 1st, 2025, every tourist has to follow the standard visa regulation, like 30 days visa on arrival, or you can get it from Lao Embassy or Lao Consulates, and that's it. Multiple entry visa is no longer available. But like I said, I'll see what else next. Another thing that I want to talk is Laos or Luang Prabang or Vientiane still a good place to live in 2025? I've got so many messages through Instagram from my audiences, those who are curious about, you know, life in Laos and the cost of living and all that. I can't talk for everyone because throughout the years, you know, I've been living in Luang Prabang for over 20 years. I'm local, by the way, but I'm from the north. I've been living here for, like I said, over 20 years, and I've made so many expats friends who had come and go in this town, you know. In my opinion, I think it's still a healthy place to live for short term. So far, I haven't seen anyone, when I say anyone, you know, those friends, most of the people who came to Luang Prabang for a job, let's say a year or 2 years contract, and for them, that's enough. That's plenty, that's more than enough for a lot of people, and it just couldn't stay longer than that, except those who have business here or who have Laos partner, you know, a Lao husband or Lao wife, they build family here, then they can live longer. And those who like the quiet life, those who can accept that, they can stay longer. But if you're younger and, you know, still looking for an experience and an exciting lifestyle, you know, nightlife and all that, Luang Prabang doesn't have that to offer, unfortunately. Even in Vientiane capital, I can't talk much about Vientiane because I have no experience living there. I tried to live there and tried to like it, but I just couldn't. Me and Vientiane, we just hate each other that much. And yeah, I met quite a few people who have been living in Vientiane for some time and they love it. You may like it, but for me, oh God, no. Yeah, the longest I've stayed there was 23 days, and I just hate it so much. It's nothing like Luang Prabang. It's a big city for Lao standard. It's big, bland, boring, plain. Lots of traffic, no mountains, no scenery whatsoever. Where Luang Prabang is more charming, you know, it's a small town, it has river, hills, forests surrounding it, and yeah, the cost of living is a bit cheaper than Vientiane, not a lot. So yeah, if you ask me, is Luang Prabang still a good place to live? Like I said, yes, for short term, maybe a year, 2 years, and that's it. Then you can see if you can stay longer, you know. A lot of people, when they first came to Luang Prabang for a holiday, they just totally into it, you know. For example, my former boss from Mexico, when she first got to Luang Prabang, she was like, oh, this is a place for me, I want to live here, blah, blah, blah. But then when she got the job at a tour company, which is a place where I used to work for many years, you know, not even 5 months later, she's like, that's it, I've done, you know, it's enough for me, and she left. So yeah, a lot of people are like that, you know. They got a job offer for a year or two, that's the maximum contract, I think. And when they first came, they're like, oh, beautiful town, people are so nice. But then later on, people get bored, they get lonely. A lot of people don't find them being part of the society here, you know. If you're Falang, that's what we call, if you're Caucasian or other race, no matter how long you live here, you will always be Falang. You will never be a local person. So that's one thing that many people can't handle it. Other thing, making friends and maintain friendship here is not easy. Like I said, it's a small town, people come and go. The longest that I've had expat friends previously was like 3-4 years, that's all. You know, people come and people go, they move on. If you were to live here, one of the things that you have to compromise is, you know, accept the reality that apart from you won't be able to be part of the society, is also making local friends is kind of challenging because not everyone will speak English. You will have to make an effort to study Lao and, you know, practice more with local people, or you will have to make friends with expat. In terms of cost of living, you know, the inflation has gone down a lot, but the cost of living is still as high as before. When I say high, it's like, let's say, I'll give you an example. Let's say a bowl of noodle in Luang Prabang, you will pay roughly between 30 to 45,000 kip, depending on which area you go. I do not recommend you to go and try it on the main street because the price is so high because of the rent. If you go to a local area, you'll pay like roughly 35 to 45,000. There's some places that you can pay, you know, 25 to 30,000 kip, but it's very rare to find that you have to live here for long enough to know those places. And in terms of rent, like I said, apartment and studio and stuff like that, it's not, it exists, but not as many as in Vientiane. You know, when we talk about rent, you are likely to get a whole house, like 1 or 2 bedroom. 1 bedroom house is very rare to find here. Like I said, Laos family is quite big, so when they build a house, it's likely that they're gonna have at least 2-3 bedrooms, and that's the kind of house that you're gonna get. And the rent is roughly between $500 to $800 per month, depending on what comes with it. You know, some house is fully furnished, then in a good location, then you have to pay more, roughly between $500 to $800 per month. And if you pay it yearly, you get a good deal, probably around $4,000 to $8,000 per year. I'm not sure if that's cheap or expensive for you. Yeah, if you have an income of $1,000, you can live quite comfortable life here in Luang Prabang. So anyway, that's my update, folks. Well, take care and have a good year. Bye-bye.